Órale, damas y caballeros, ¿están listos? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? From Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, welcome to the Riyadh Season Card main event, live on Netflix. Two of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound, are about to face each other in this main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the Ring Magazine and universally recognized, undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. And it's all brought to you by special thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and Saudi Boxing Federation, Turki Al-Rashid. This event is a presentation of Riyadh Season with the General Entertainment Authority, GEA, and it's all live on Netflix. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Dallas Holland, Executive Director Jeff Mullen. The three judges assigned to ringside: Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, Steve Weisfeld, and your referee in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Thomas Taylor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are in place and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring and they are ready. So for the sold-out, standing room only crowd here at Allegiant Stadium, and for the millions watching around the world, from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger, wearing black with khaki and red. Official weight, 167.5 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one. 41 fights, 41 victories, 31 big wins by knockout from Omaha, Nebraska, USA. He's a four-time, four-division, two-time undisputed world champion, presenting the former lightweight world champion, former undisputed super lightweight world champion, former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, and the current reigning super welterweight world champion, the undefeated Terence Crawford. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and gold, officially weighing in at 167.5 pounds. In 67 professional fights, he has 63 victories, including 39 wins by knockout. Only 2 defeats with 2 draws. He's the four-time four-division world champion, the former super welterweight world champion, former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, and the reigning, defending, Ring Magazine undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Sinaloa, Mexico, Saúl Canelo
but he's still going to have to adjust to this atmosphere, to this moment, and the reality that he's facing Canelo Alvarez in that ring tonight.
And the force of the punches, that's what I'm looking for early. How does Crawford react to the force of Canelo Alvarez's punches, especially to the body?
Canelo looks slightly bigger than Terence, but that's not the tell-all. The tell-all is when they clinch. The tell-all is when those punches get thrown. And to your point, when they start to land.
Crawford had knocked out 11 straight foes before going the distance with Madrimov back in August of 2024.
Madrimov is the biggest opponent he's faced as a pro, and it seemed largely because of the size his most difficult. And that was 2 divisions south of here.
A lot of boxing experts felt as though Alvarez needed to be on the pressure early. Crawford at times has been a slow starter, sometimes by design.
Alvarez is a master at his body position and taking ground and making the ring small, subtly and quickly in fights. In that first round, you see him doing that right here. He's just slowly taking ground, and he's forcing Crawford to give up ground. That can unnerve an opponent. Over time, that can drain an opponent. I want to see how Crawford answers that tonight.
As is often the case on this level, you're dealing with 2 of the highest boxing IQs in the game, very fast processors, and they are studying each other right now. Big right hand from Canelo blocked.
Body shot got through for Alvarez.
2 good shots for Alvarez.
First 2 real punches of the fight.
That angle for me, that right may have been blocked.
By the way, the 2 first clean punches of the fight for Crawford.
Crawford shakes off that right hand offering of Alvarez, who now changes his level. Under a minute to go here, round 1.
Everything Canelo's thrown so far, it's been with force, but it's been blocked.
That attempt also blocked by Crawford.
The way Canelo throws, you better block those. That one landed, left hook to the body.
Good shot from Canelo. Crawford can't give up too many of those.
That's where you find out, is Crawford big enough? Can he take those kind of shots?
Over time.
Over time. Did you like that clean left from Crawford? Did you like the left hook to the body and the greater activity from Canelo?
And you might have heard Ryan McIntyre looking for Crawford to employ a few more feints here early round 2.
He needs to not only employ feints, but the jab. Mac asked for the jab, and he has to continue to do that to try to keep Canelo at bay, though Canelo is a great counterpuncher, but it also helps Crawford get into a rhythm. But that shot right there that Canelo landed, and he's landed it in the first round, is a shot he uses often with southpaws. He doesn't throw the punch where they necessarily are, but where he thinks they're going to be. It may not look hard, but it's a hard shot, and Crawford has to find a way to not give up too many of those.
And Crawford has landed cleanly and has reddened Canelo's face this round, but I think more importantly, he has to make Canelo believe that he's fighting a real super middleweight, that he's fighting another guy his size.
Nice slip there by Crawford, getting off the center line.
Canelo is not a jabber. It's not something he does very often. His gift is pressuring with feet and cutting off the ring, like we talked about in the first round, and making that ring seem a lot smaller than it actually is. And you see him doing this right here.
Partial land to the body by Alvarez. Under 2 minutes here, round 2.
Crawford not only has to jab, good exchange from both guys.
It looked like Crawford touched Alvarez on the way in.
But he also has to feint. Canelo has to look like he's going to do something even when he's not. It keeps the harder puncher off balance, keeps him thinking, and allows Crawford to land shots that may not be knockout shots, but shots that get respect and build points.
Crawford's doing some good work. But now the question is, if and when Canelo lands cleanly upstairs, what happens? Because that has not happened yet. And he is a big, strong super middleweight.
Canelo looks a lot different tonight than he did yesterday at the weigh-in.
Rehydrated. There was no rehydration clause, by the way. Canelo can weigh whatever he wants tonight, after making weight yesterday morning.
And Crawford seemed none too concerned. WWE Star Power with us tonight. Triple H alongside Stephanie McMahon. Great to have them with us as we arrive at round 3 of the mega fight, Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford.
The fight is still early, but Crawford has had inactivity over the last 2 or 3 years. Good shot right there from Canelo. But the inactivity or the rust has not shown. It looks like Crawford is fresh, and that he might have needed that rest, at least at his age. He'll be 38 right after this fight.
He doesn't look like a rusty fighter so far.
Yeah, much was made of that angle. Also the angle that Alvarez had fought 520 rounds as a pro to 245 for Crawford.
What you do notice, he also doesn't look so much smaller than Canelo, really. At least the effect hasn't shown up in the ring. But you do notice Crawford is doing the better boxing so far. Not by a lot, but by some. But the effect, the punches' effect on Canelo is not like the punches' effect on lighter weight fighters through 2.5 rounds.
And in these moments right here, these last 30, 40 seconds, even though Crawford is landing some shots, Canelo's trying to send a message to Crawford with the punches he's throwing and the pressure he's applying. So far, Crawford hasn't gotten the memo.
You might have seen Skipper Kelp's unofficial scorecard gave Crawford rounds 1 and 2.
I could see it. I thought the first could have gone either way. I could see giving the second to Crawford.
Good body shot right there from Canelo. A signature lead left hook to the body.
Yeah, that's a good sign for Canelo Alvarez. Skipper Kelp, talk to us.
Right now, Crawford's just doing a better job of managing the distance of the fight. He's where he wants to be right now.
Good point.
Crawford got that right hand in the way of that body shot from Alvarez. Both guys landing below 20% here early on.
You study Canelo Alvarez, you got to know that he'll have 3 or 4 times around where he presses. You can sense it, you can see it in his body language, but then he needs to rest. So Crawford is trying to press and stand his ground more when Canelo wants to rest, which is what you see right now.
Which breaks Canelo's forward momentum. Can't get a head of steam going.
That's the most responsible time to build up points if you're Crawford, is when Canelo wants to rest.
Good response by Crawford after Alvarez touched the body.
Yeah, we know that Crawford is the sharper boxer. What we haven't seen yet is what happens if and when Canelo lands something hard upstairs.
Good shot from Canelo.
Canelo likes to change levels. So far, the hard shots have been all downstairs, but it's not going to be that way all night.
Some useful body work from Canelo Alvarez in round 3. Oh, just like that, round 4 of a possible 12.
So far, however you have it scored, and I suspect it's something like 2-1 Crawford. Skipper Kelp may have it 3-0 because he gave the first to Crawford, which Crawford may have won.
Right up the guard now for Crawford. Shortly after Canelo had landed his most consequential strike of the fight and landed a right hand there.
Crawford's got to make that adjustment. Canelo seems to be able to land that right hand, the overhand right and the straight right as often as he wants to.
Well, I feel like Crawford's catching it mostly with his glove, Andre.
But you don't have to land clean to inflict damage.
That's right.
It's not something you want to give a guy like Canelo early in this fight.
And then Canelo just hit him hard in the chest with that right hand. And that's the first real clean, hard power shot upstairs that landed cleanly for Canelo.
Alvarez starting to open up here. 1 minute to go in round 4.
Good moments from Canelo. Downstairs, upstairs, get countered, but Canelo's getting in a bit of a groove right here.
When Canelo got his dander up, he started becoming more effective as an aggressive fighter. Can Crawford convince him not to be so aggressive with some counter shots?
That's a significant left hook from Crawford there a moment ago. Follows it up with a jab now.
Side-to-side movement from Crawford, nothing fancy. Fundamental boxing just to keep Canelo Alvarez just off balance, just enough.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
Alvarez commits to the right hand and lands. Superstar Logan Paul. Not necessarily the crowd favorite here, but they will uptick for Iron Mike Tyson. All right, so Crawford's good work largely in round 4 was done early. Canelo's late. Round 5 has arrived.
It's a hell of a fight so far, contested at the highest possible level. Not a war, but a high-level chess match where punches are being thrown with bad intentions.
I believe these fighters are going to get a lot more violent as it progresses, these mid and late rounds.
A lot of pundits were expectant that Crawford would fight predominantly out of the southpaw stance. That's exactly what he has done.
He seems to be more comfortable in his biggest moments in that left-handed stance. At least these last 5 or 6 years, you see him predominantly good right hand from Canelo fighting that left-handed stance almost exclusively.
Canelo doing some very good boxing in this round from the outside.
Again, Canelo doesn't jab, and he's able to still land punches. Imagine if he did come behind the jab. I think he's learned how to not be a jabber, but have right foot position to get the shot that he wants.
And that means, well, there was a jab, but everything comes hard from Canelo.
Both fighters just missed 2 very dangerous shots.
Crowd trying to get behind the Mexican superstar. You may have seen Skipper Kelp as yet hasn't found a round for Canelo Alvarez through 4.
Might find this one if it keeps up like this. He's keeping Crawford's hands largely at home by staying busy, head and body.
Good counter jab there from Crawford.
Well, here looks like the break that you talked about, Andre, where Canelo's trying to rest. This seems like Crawford's opportunity to steal some of the momentum in this round.
But I think Crawford believes that Canelo's baiting him, so he doesn't want to take that chance.
Round 5 historically, for whatever it's worth, has not been kind to Canelo Alvarez. Under a minute to go here in the 5th.
Been a pretty good round 5 tonight.
Tonight it has been. Oh, beautiful body shot by Alvarez. Body shot gets through, headshot was blocked by Crawford.
Crawford on his bike there.
Alvarez stalking. Thomas Taylor hasn't had to break up much tonight.
You knew there had to be at least one of those.
Yeah.
If I'm the bigger man, been in the weight class, I gotta pick you up at least one time tonight.
Does Crawford respond in kind? Something changed in that 5th round. It went from a fight, however he scored the first 4 exactly, it went from a fight where basically Crawford was outboxing to Canelo to a fight in the 5th round where basically Canelo was overwhelming Crawford's defense with
He's trying to take advantage of moments where he can get off and be his normal self, and we just saw that a few seconds ago.
Slick uppercut a moment ago by Crawford, and some appreciable swelling around the right eye of Alvarez.
best punch of the fight so far, I think, was the left hand from Crawford that caught Alvarez coming in and kind of doubled the impact. And you can see the redness around Canelo's right eye.
Crawford starting to showboat a little bit, cracking that wry smile.
Even that left hook that Terence Crawford just caught a few seconds ago, that shot has a lot of power on it, and it oftentimes spooks and scares opponents for Canelo, which makes them keep their hands at home and not throw punches. It's not the case with Terence Crawford tonight.
Crawford has not really gone to the body in this fight, which shows the respect he has, I think, for Canelo's power and counterpunching ability.
Doesn't want to make a mistake and get caught reaching.
And it's all right. You did lean back. Hey, stop. You did lean back, opening it up. Just keep them up. We're good. Go.
Right call by the ref.
Crawford looks to be a lot more comfortable, Max, to your point, in this round than he did in the fifth.
He made a statement to start this round because he knew he had to break Canelo's forward momentum.
And he also knows that he's up in this round right now, so he's not taking any unnecessary risk. The burden and the onus is on Canelo to try to close this round out.
Champ gets through for Crawford.
Crawford might want to punctuate this round with something else hard before the end to say, hey, there's distance between you and me. Like that.
That came after Alvarez had landed a pretty significant right hand. 30 seconds to go, round 6.
Because we're starting to enter the area of the fight where what happens starts to shed light on what has happened to that point. And Crawford right now is highlighting that he, in fact, was outboxing Canelo early, and it has started to add up.
Crawford look very comfortable right now.
Listen for the bell.
Important round for Crawford.
As big as the fifth was for Canelo, it was at least that big, if not more, for Crawford in the sixth.
1 and 2 for the remainder of the round.
It wasn't a jab exactly, but it was a similar kind of punch that caught Errol Spence coming in and floored him. Canelo's a much bigger, stronger, and better fighter than Errol Spence.
Stop.
Timing, though, was perfect on that left hand
Watch your head. Go.
from Bud Crawford, and here we are, round 7.
Canelo's landed early in this round. That's the third shot that Canelo's landed. You see Crawford testing the waters, trying to go a little bit deeper. Can I stand here?
Crawford,
Can I exchange?
He's not backing up from Canelo's power.
Good uppercut by Crawford. Alvarez out of range on the return.
This is a significant statement Crawford is making if it continues this way. Not only is he not backing up from Canelo's power, but he may be doing more damage with his own in these exchanges.
And again, that responsible defense of Bud Crawford on display under 2 minutes here, round 7.
It's a gamble and a negotiation that Crawford is going to have the whole night. How long do I stay in these quarters? How much can I exchange with Canelo? When do I box? And when do I fight and get my respect?
As the great James Toney used to say, you need to bring ass to get ass. and Terence Crawford is bringing ass tonight.
Skipper Kelp, what are you saying?
Downloaded the data he's been looking for. He looks very comfortable inside right now.
Crawford got off to a good start, largely hasn't looked back. Both fighters landing at a 29% clip, just over the midpoint of this fight. Alvarez closing the distance.
He has him where he wants him. Canelo got him in the corner. But in that exchange, Crawford got at least as good as he gave, at least as good as he got.
Nice shot to the body by Alvarez.
You know Crawford's feeling good because he's staying there longer. He's not allowing Canelo, but when Canelo punches, if he lands or if he blocks it, you see Crawford coming right back. That's a respect thing.
Neither man has really hurt the other man yet. They felt each other, but I haven't seen either guy hurt yet. The question over the back half of this fight is that going to happen for either guy?
And not just that, but we have to watch the conditioning of both guys.
Oh, and that can lead to sometimes those same shots hurting you in the back half.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
Crawford working off that jab late in round 7. Disputed super middleweight championship. Crawford and Canelo. Skipper Kelp has Crawford up 6 rounds to 1.
What you see with both of these fighters is one fighter is bigger, not by much, but he's bigger, and he's stronger, but not in the way where he can do whatever he wants to do with Terence Crawford.
And the resilience of Crawford, his punch resistance at this weight has been impressive. because Canelo has nailed him, and Canelo is a puncher.
But when you boil yourself down, your punch resistance is effective. Thus far, Crawford has taken the big shots from Canelo, the single shots, and even the two-piece that he got hit with very, very well.
And that's the thing, at this level, and everyone's going to get hit.
Yeah.
Can you hit him 2 and 3 times? And Crawford's been the one to do that so far.
And can Alvarez rally if need be? Right, got off to a big lead against Bivol before the latter rallied. Nice shot to the body by Alvarez. 2 minutes to go, round 8.
Crawford acknowledged that body shot.
Quick hands from Bud Crawford, changing levels there. Alvarez with effect to the body.
Crawford's been honest. He shook his head yes when he felt it to the body, said no when he didn't, I guess.
Alvarez trying to get something going again. Good defensive responsibility from Crawford.
Alvarez has done some good work in this round.
Alvarez just a tremendous ambassador for this sport. He has done so much for his fellow fighters, past and present. He is affable, and he just landed a pretty significant right hand there. Under a minute to go, round 8.
These are dangerous punches for Crawford, because Crawford is feeling himself right now, and Alvarez is throwing knockout shots.
Hold your arm out, Terence. No, let go. Stop. No punch. Straight back. Go.
So Crawford trying to get some respect himself. He didn't quite lift Canelo up, but he got him off one leg. He wants to let Canelo know that I'm here too. But to your point, Matt, Crawford has to stay focused, because no matter how easy it may feel in spots, you have to know that Canelo is still pressing forward, and he will always be dangerous as long as this fight is going on.
Ryan Garcia, who's trained with Canelo, told me that Canelo throws everything hard to sell his feints. Because everything's coming hard, you can't guess wrong, so you must respect his feints.
8 rounds down.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's get some air.
Yeah, that's interesting. Andre Canelo Alvarez looking for a fist bump between rounds. The no-nonsense Bud Crawford not having it. Here we go, round 9. Oh, and that's a good early land by Crawford.
I think it's more than no nonsense. As Teddy Atlas would always say, Canelo is looking to be friends, and Crawford is not looking to be friends.
Great exchange from Terence Crawford right there. Canelo's landing, but not like Terence Crawford in this exchange.
This is furious action.
Crawford circling back to work off of that jab, but everything out of him. Combination here, early round 9.
That open a cut.
Sorry, man. Got a little bit of a cut. Take your time. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yep, there's a cut over Bud Crawford's right eye. It looks like a small
Stay right here
cut.
for me, all right? Stay right here. Hey,
Not
it
sure
happens.
about it,
It's all right,
but
just
from
watch
here
that.
it
Stay
looks
right
like
here.
there is.
Terence. Got a cut. Accidental headbutt. Let me see. Let me see it. We're okay. We're not going to look at it right now. All right? Stay right here. Jeff, accidental headbutt. You got the cut. You good? Hang on. You ready?
Sorry, buddy.
No, we're good. We're good.
There was always
Time
the
in.
chance of this. Southpaw orthodox, clash of heads. Although it's Canelo who's been cut 3 times in the past. But it's Crawford with the injury.
And the ever-classy Alvarez comes over and immediately apologizes.
Terence Crawford is punching with bad intentions right now. And so is Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, these guys are looking for the knockout in this round. They both are.
You had to know this was going to happen at some point. You called it, Trey.
Right through the guard for Alvarez with the right hand. It's a good right hand for Alvarez, or so it appeared.
Good left hand from Alvarez. Bud Crawford is someone who took gunshots in the head and drove himself to the hospital to get
Shot just
stitched up
Canelo Alvarez.
as a young professional.
Ooh, good shot.
A little
Terence
blood isn't going to
Crawford.
spook him.
Those may not be knockout shots from Terence Crawford, but those are respect shots from Terence Crawford.
Those are
He's demanding his respect right now.
sweat flying shots.
Neither of these men have ever officially been knocked down as pros under a minute in round 9.
With not much more than 30 seconds left to go in the 9th round. So far, Bud Crawford has done what he has done in every fight of his career, which is demonstrate, however you have the exact scoring on the cards right now, he has been the better man so far, as he's always been throughout his career. Canelo's going to have to do something.
Yeah.
That right hand will help the Alvarez cause. Under 20 seconds to go round 9. Crawford looking outstanding with the extra weight, competing at 68 for the first time tonight. 3 to go.
You hear the corners. Eddie Reynoso wants something big from Canelo here. He says you have 3 rounds to do this. Crawford's corner believes he's up, but knows he needs to finish strong.
Alvarez corner looking for that power. Also some movement defensively as well. Round 10.
One of the questions I had was how is Terence Crawford going to move and carry and fight with this extra weight? And thus far, he looks phenomenal. The shape that he's in and his ability to carry that weight. Good right hand from Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, it was.
Canelo, you add a couple shots like that and this whole thing can change quickly. Canelo remains dangerous and is being implored by his corner to pour around.
Good sequence there by Crawford. Nice left hand by Alvarez, immediately answered by Bud.
Good right hand from Canelo.
Crawford said, that's all you got?
Crawford able to block that right hand.
If I'm Canelo's corner, I really don't like what I just saw from Crawford, the little pity pat, because it means he's feeling very comfortable.
The right hand is a shot that Crawford gets hit with a lot along the ropes and moving backwards. Been the money shot for Canelo thus far in this fight.
Yeah, he just landed it again as you said that.
Yeah, looked like he threw that right hand where he thought Bud was going to be, and he landed flush.
Not sure why he's not making that adjustment.
Canelo would be served well to punch with Crawford when Crawford goes into those 3-punch combinations.
Good body shot. Single shot. I'd like to see Canelo throw multiple body shots. Single shot from Crawford. Don't know if Canelo just doesn't want to open up that much or if he doesn't feel comfortable in that space throwing both hands, because he'll have Crawford trapped and he'll just throw one body shot.
A round like this is where Crawford can make a statement. Last 35 seconds or so, Canelo's done some good work. Can Crawford take the play away from him? Or can Canelo emphasize an effective round so far? And there's Crawford taking that play away.
See Crawford holding up really well physically in these clinch situations. Alvarez presses forward. Crawford not there to be hit.
Did that exchange win Crawford the round? That's a great question.
All right, guys, listen for the bell.
This venue proving great for boxing. Beautiful body shot by Alvarez to begin round 11.
Oh, good uppercut on the inside from Crawford. Both of these guys have that thing that great champions have, where when one tries to take the play away from the other, there's an immediate response.
You can't teach it, you can't coach it, you can't train that. You either have it or you don't.
So far throughout the fight, Skipper Couch's card reflects what we've been seeing. It's not that Canelo hasn't responded, it's that Crawford's responses have been a little better.
Skipper Cup, go ahead.
I just think that Crawford is answering the bell. Whenever Canelo does something, Crawford one-ups him.
And again, a nice short left hand by Crawford after he had landed an uppercut prior.
I thought I saw Canelo wobble a little bit from one of those uppercuts on the inside.
Ooh. That's the negotiation that I talked about earlier that Crawford has to continue to make with himself. He won that negotiation right there.
Can't get too comfortable, though. You can see he's feeling very comfortable on offense, and Canelo is still throwing bombs. Crawford, I don't think at this point believes Canelo can hurt him.
I believe that to be true.
Time will tell. Those two look like it hurt. But this is Canelo's best moment of the fight. Can he follow up?
Still a lot of round left. A minute and 30 seconds in this 11th round.
Pinpoint jab from Crawford a moment ago.
Ooh.
Right hand for Alvarez gets through.
Yeah.
Left hook from Crawford gets through as well.
It's true, but Crawford may be getting a little too comfortable getting hit with some big, clean shots, though he's done most of the hitting this round.
Nice combination by Crawford. The body work got through.
By the way, I know Crawford's the smaller guy moving up, sort of like, let's look at his punch resistance. Canelo Alvarez is in the conversation for the greatest chin in the history of boxing. He's taken some big shots tonight.
Alvarez with a late left hand in round 11. 3 minutes to go. All right, so we do have the same set of judges that did judge that Mario Barrios-Manny Pacquiao fight that ended in a 12-round majority draw back in July. Tim Cheatham and Steve Weisfield had 114-114. Max DeLuca 115-113 to Barrios. Let's see if we get to the cards tonight.
Steve Weisfield is as good a judge as I've ever observed throughout my years in boxing. I believe, guys, either Canelo Alvarez does something dramatic here, or Bud Crawford becomes the first ever lightweight champion, real champion, Ring Magazine, lineal, whatever you want to call it, to become super middleweight champions, and also conquer other divisions along the way.
I agree with that, Max. You have to feel that it's discouraging for Canelo to land those kind of shots throughout the course of this fight and not get the reaction that most thought he was going to get. Probably he thought he was going to get.
This has been a masterful performance from Terence Crawford.
And adding to it with that left hand.
Do you think Crawford gets greedy here, Trey? And would that be a mistake?
I don't know if it's greedy. I think he's earned the right based on setting the table the way that he has to eat right now. It's the 12th round.
Yeah,
he don't know how this fight is being scored.
Right.
He's not a civilian. He's a prize fighter, and this is what prize fighters do.
Billy Conn, in 1941, had Joe Louis beat for the heavyweight title. Went for a knockout in the 13th round. It was counted out himself with 1 second to go.
Right hand gets through for Alvarez. Crawford seemingly having a hard time holding back the smile. 1 minute to go.
Still trying to land something big before it's over, but Crawford won't allow it.
He's knocking Canelo off balance with those upper shots, the uppercuts. But is he hurting him with them, do you think, Andre?
Well, I think he's getting his respect. That's what I think. Enough to do what he's doing right now.
Right, Canelo's walking away, and
That's all you need to see right there. He's giving the respect that he wanted. Canelo's going to fight. He's a warrior. He's a champion, a great, proud champion. But Crawford got what he wanted, which was his respect.
Well, he felt like if he could get this fight, he could produce a performance that would earn the respect. Down the stretch we come. And there's the final horn. Terence Crawford.
After 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Steve Weisfeld scores at 116 to 112. Max DeLuca and Tim Cheatham both have it 115 to 113.